welcome back to my channel. I am eca.fairy, and in today's video we are talking about jewelry. How to diversify your collection, how to start your collection and find a style if you're not sure of it yet. What are the steps to building a personalized jewelry style that really represents you? Jewelry is one of the greatest addition to any style, to any outfit and for any occasion that will clearly multiply your style factor, will make you look 10 times more put together, and with the right choices it will make your personality shine through and help you feel more confident. The first thing that you want to do, and the most obvious one, is choose a metal. Personally, I think you can be both a silver girly and a gold girly at the same time. I honestly see no point in choosing unless you only love one metal and really dislike the other. In my eyes, most people look pretty great in both of them, but personally I've been told that I'm a gold girly, then I've been told that I'm a silver girly. It's all pretty confusing, to me at least. I don't necessarily trust the vein test, like the color of your veins is what jewelry you're supposed to get. So my advice, if you actually want to be represented by your jewelry, is choose the metal that you like, and if you like both gold and silver, you go. You can actually mix metals. In my opinion, you can mix them on the same hand, on different hands, wear silver on your hands and gold, I don't know, gold necklace or gold earrings, because in my opinion life is too short to limit yourselves and to have to divide, like, no, I'm wearing silver today, no, I'm wearing gold today. And I am tired of seeing people shamed for mixing metals, because that is just fine. After you've decided on what metal you like, and I actually think that you shouldn't be looking at pictures of that jewelry, I think you should be trying it on. And if you want to really make up your mind, I think you should go to like jewelry stores and try on both metals and see how they look both in natural light, in artificial light, on your phone as well. Because if you don't like the way gold or silver is combining with your skin tone, it's going to be really bad if you've already made like quite a few purchases of said metal. But honestly, enough of this, let's go to my favorite part, and in my opinion the most fun one: choosing colors and stones. Because you can like certain stones and you can like certain stones in only specific colors. For example, the colors that I really like with jewelry are blue. I mean, obviously my rings, my bracelet. I have quite a few charms that are blue. I think blue is the color that appears most in my collection. Also, I really like pink, but I don't think I really own any specific jewelry that is pink. And I'm also a fan of green, but again, I feel like that's kind of missing from my collection. I've seen amazing green jewelry, and oh, also purple, especially lighter purple. I just love that. But honestly, the stones that I'm choosing also kind of reflect the period of my life that I'm in, because a few years ago I remember I also bought like pearls and really light stones, and I think also an emerald. Right now, the last few years, I'm really focused on blue. My birthstone is sapphire. Of course, you don't have to follow your birthstone, obviously, but I really love sapphires. That blue, again, I feel like is so royal, and it complements, I feel like my hair, my skin, everything just looks really, really good. If you want to kind of organize your pieces and organize your style, so I have really separate, like in my head and in my collection they are very separate, the everyday jewelry obviously and special occasion jewelry. And I know that this feels pretty intuitive, pretty obvious, most of you might already be doing that. I actually think about this when I'm purchasing a piece: how many times can I wear this ring or bracelet or whatever? Is this a daily wear? And if it is, does it go with the bracelets that I already have? Can I actually match it up with something, or will it sit there unworn because it doesn't go with anything? Or if this is a special occasion piece, do I actually have outfits, for example, that complement it, that go with it really well? Is it going to break the style that I usually wear on special occasions? Does it go with any other piece, that like jewelry piece that I have? For example, if it's a bracelet, right, and I'm thinking, okay, this is a special occasion bracelet, this is very fancy, very night attire, do I have earrings, rings, a necklace to go with this? And if I don't, that's not necessarily a wise purchase. And I feel like having a visually cohesive jewelry attire can really help you with both your confidence but also also your style, because you actually look way more put together if your jewelry is cohesive. And I'm not necessarily saying that it should be in the same style, but for example, I really love when most of the pieces are really fine, really dainty, and there's like a chunky, I don't know, chunky bracelet or a chunky necklace. I just love seeing that. Personally, I'm not a fan of chunky earrings in any way. I just find them extremely unpractical, but I like seeing them on other people, like pretty chunky, not extremely chunky, like not the huge ones. I like those, but you have to have, in my head, for me to be able to appreciate them, you have to have a specific style that just goes with them, because I've seen a lot of people that wear extremely big earrings that in my head they just don't go with anything in the outfit, in the style. You have to have a certain energy to be able to wear like the ginormous earrings, in my opinion. But a chunky bracelet or a chunky necklace, I love that. And obviously I was talking to you about thinking about your purchases, maybe trying to give you the example that I use when I think about my purchases, because after all, building your collection should be fun, but it should also be practical. You shouldn't be buying pieces that literally have nothing to do with your style just because they look pretty and then you discover that you don't like them. Overall, it's a waste of money. I think it's a really big mistake to just impulsively purchase pieces, even though somewhere in your head you just know that you are not going to wear that, because a lot of us are actually tempted to do that. Especially, for example, I sometimes almost find myself purchasing pretty big earrings. I love the ones like this kind of size, for example, and there's a flower like a gold flower or a silver flower. I absolutely love that. However, am I going to actually wear it enough times for the purchase to make sense? No. Am I going to be able to wear them for prolonged periods of time? Probably no, because I have pretty sensitive ears. Like, I'm just so bothered whenever earrings feel heavy, so I would just wear them for pictures or something and then I would ditch them, and that's just not practical, as I was saying. And I could have bought something that was way more useful and way more worn in my collection with the exact same money. The biggest mistake that I think people do, and I've done it at some point as well, is buy trendy jewelry, and like extremely trendy jewelry, and buy cheap jewelry. These two, in my opinion, first of all, buying the cheap jewelry is self-explanatory. It's going to degrade, it's going to make your fingers look green, it's going to be basically a waste of money in the long term, because you keep purchasing rings and, I don't know, earrings and so on. They make your skin green and then you have to throw them out and purchase some more because you cannot wear them anymore because they are green. And I've done that as well in the past, and I ended up regretting it, because at some point I saw a girl online talking about that if you add up all the really cheap jewelry that you have bought, you're going to realize that you could have used that specific sum of money to buy something that would have lasted you a lifetime. Ever since that girlie opened my eyes about this, I'm just not chipping out on it anymore. Personally, I'm saying this, but I know that cheap jewelry is clearly more affordable, more accessible to some people, and I know that some people don't even get their fingers green or ears green or so on because of it. And if you are one of those people, just, I don't know, continue buying what makes you happy. I'm not here to judge you. The only reason that I'm saying that this was so unpractical, at least for me, is because I never ever remove my rings. When I'm washing my hands, I'm just not going to be bothered with doing that, hence the reason that my hands were green a lot of times. Buying trendy jewelry example, yes, you might actually like a certain style of jewelry that's going trendy right now, and if you liked it before it going trendy, then I don't see any issue. However, if you are bombarded with it on your feed and then you decide that you actually love this style of jewelry and you're actually going to spend money on purchasing this, I just want to remind you of the plastic chunky ring trend that used to be a thing in like 2020, 2021, I'm not exactly sure, like this kind of thing. Still wearing that now? Probably the people who didn't buy it because it was trendy. Like, if you actually resonate with this style and you bought it, props to you, but most of the people who bought this are not wearing it anymore. And we've talked about this before. There has been, like, this example is pretty popular when it comes to fast fashion, because nobody is wearing their baby girl ring anymore, nobody is wearing their chunky green rings anymore, and most importantly, nobody is wearing their flame choker, flame necklace, flame whatever anymore, and I was one of those people too. Yeah, okay, it made me happy back then, that was the trendy thing, but now those things are not wearable anymore because they were made out of cheap materials, because it was just a trend. And guess what, I don't like it anymore because I used to wear them just because they were trendy. And these, like all of the jewelry that I have right now, aside from this bracelet, which is like only 1 year old or something, these I've had for years and I haven't gotten tired of them. And some of them, like this one for example, I used to wear it at the same time that I was wearing the chain like necklaces, the flame necklaces. I still wear this, I never wear that anymore. This is actual silver that was cheap, I don't know why. It was trendy back then, this was not trendy back then. So as you can see, finding your personal style actually goes a long way, because now I kind of cringe when looking at those pictures, but I'm never probably going to cringe when looking at my actual jewelry that I picked because I love the way it looked, or that I was gifted because somebody thought it represented me, it has sentimental value in some sort of way. The other reason that I'm being really supportive of finding pieces that will last you more than a few years and pieces that you will be able to wear without them degrading is the fact that by doing this you could actually support smaller businesses, local businesses that are actually more creative, more inventive, and are more worthy of attention than the really big websites that are having everybody's attention, unfortunately, because these talented people really deserve our support. And trust me when I say this, if you purchase a piece from a local creator or a local business, it will have so much more meaning to you and sentimental value, even if it's more on the expensive side. And choosing jewelry from smaller businesses, from smaller creators, can actually help you improve your uniqueness. Some of these people might be creating your style and you might be actually discovering it through looking at their pieces. You might be finding that yes, this specific thing that is not trendy, that I haven't really seen so far, is actually speaking to me way more, would look really great integrated with the pieces that I already have. And this brings me to how to actually be represented through your jewelry and to have jewelry that speaks for you. Basically, there are many people in my life but also on the internet that are really great when it comes to their jewelry and really particular in the best way possible, and I've noticed that for all of them, they actually pay attention to what they choose. It's actually almost never something really trendy. It's either extremely classy and timeless or extremely particular and niche. The best thing that you can do in that sense is go antiquing. Antique shops, antique fairs, antique jewelry in general will be your best friend when it comes to this. And to give you an example, this stone right here and these are all antiques. These were given to me by my mom. She also used to wear them when she was younger. But the point that I'm trying to make is that a lot more styles and a lot more variety of jewelry can be found through antiquing. And don't think about like weird smelly shops or something like that. I don't know, some people really cringe when they hear the word antique shopping for some reason, but I'm telling you that most of my really great finds that I've worn for years have been found at some antique fair or antique shop, antique collections and so on. They are really great. If you don't have any in your area, or if you feel like they are sketchy, maybe try Vestiaire Collective. They have quite a collection there as well. I don't know about the Real, I've never tried it for jewelry, and also, but this is just like at your own risk, Vinted maybe. I've never purchased jewelry of Vinted. I don't know if I necessarily recommend it, but you can try to at least look for some, because there are quite a few fakes that I was able to spot back when I thought I had the chance to find some jewelry on Vinted. I was really disappointed. I didn't want to risk it because even if it was cheaper, it was just shady to me. In general, you really need to learn like the signs that are on metals, the engravings that are on silver, on gold and so on, what they represent, because otherwise you could be fooled even when antiquing. Make sure that you always check that the metals are genuine, because you might be fooled to buy something that I still at silver prices, and that's just not okay. Make sure that you're not getting robbed, please. And my general advice is to just experiment, have fun, try on the jewelry that you think you will like, because I've had a few experiences in which I tried on like bracelets or necklaces that I used to love when seeing on other girls online or when seeing as a style in general on Pinterest, and when I put them on they looked so wrong on me and I hated them, and I was so grateful that I never actually purchased them before trying them on. And of course this goes without saying, if you're buying from a second-hand source, make sure you clean and sanitize everything really well. But all in all, this was the general advice that I can give you, and again I really encourage you to just have fun with this and make sure that you customize your avatar as much as you can, because finding jewelry that you love is such a great way to elevate your style. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you fairies next time. Bye!